Alright, so, hi, Alice Gaming here. I actually had a theory about the new Zombies storyline that actually makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense. I don't know how many people have come to the conclusion of this, but hear me out, right? It starts off with Sam, aka probably most likely Samantha, right? Walking up to the phone booth and typing what most people are saying is Max's. Would make sense. And when she's on the phone with Weaver, she says it's happening again. Now, Wind, in the original storyline, what was the first place that it ever happened to? Nocturne and Toten, aka Noct. She probably gave him the information on where the place was. This location, if you will, right? This information on where Noct was. His crew picks up in their little helicopter, flies all the way to Noct, and they're like, oh shit, something went down. And they find this mysterious portal-looking thing. They end up powering it up, and starts emitting this dark matter-esque essence. And little did they learn that it was the most potent place of dark ether, or aether. Think about it. It makes sense. Whenever you have something, usually the start of where it happened is the most potent place for what it is. So let's say the most potent type of sugar is sugarcane. Sugarcane is the most potent thing, right? After that, you ground it up into sugar, and then you get the remnants of sugarcane. Same with honey. Honey from the beehive is a lot more sweeter than processed honey, because it's not processed. It's potent. And that's what I mean. This is the first place where zombies happened, which means this is the first place where the most dark ether would be if it was to be sealed. This would be where the key is to unlock it. And they just unlocked it. Now, this makes a lot of sense because Samantha's saying it happened again, or it's happening again. The zombies are coming back. What her friends didn't stop it. And now they need to send in a CIA-based operations group to go in, fix the problem, and stop it. Now, I think this is a good thing to go off of, because think about it. If that is accessing the dark ether, I'm going to call it ether, the dark ether, right? That would mean that they set that up in a place that they knew. Who else knows that Noct had the power, or had some sort of connection to this source of dark ether? Who knew? How did they set this all up? How did the bad guy of this group, of this story, I don't remember if they say it, but how did they know where to go to set up this dark ether portal? They didn't. Someone told them. But who? The only two people that knew were Eddie and Samantha. If we go off of it, those are the only two people, unless it was a Richtofen situation. Now, if you remember, Richtofen, he got teleported to the moon. Sorry, that's my light. He got teleported to the moon and touched a device, and that made him go insane and start building stuff. And he was tainted, I'm pretty sure. If I remember my story correct, I hope I do, it was because of the Shadow Man. The Shadow Man tainted his mind and started making him build this stuff for him, right? What if the Shadow Man is at play again? What if he's telling people what to do and is starting to unleash the zombies again? Just a little penny for your thoughts, you know. Nothing big, nothing huge, but that's all the information I've gathered. Now, if this is the whole story of this first map, I would laugh. I have predicted this now. This is my prediction. The original prediction, yes, that was Super Mario. That's my prediction. I hope you all enjoyed, you know. It's just a thought, you know, because it makes sense that the first place they would go to if they were trying to unlock the power of the undead would to go to Noct. It's the first place where everything happened. First place where the zombies broke out. The first place where our four, well, not our four heroes, but the four people of that place had to fight the undead. And the first place where Samantha had control, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it was Samantha. Now, there's also another thing I wanted to point out for War Zones. In the new update, they talked about this little girl's laugh. I do want to point out that it's most likely not Samantha's laugh. I mean, it's close, but then again, any little girl's laugh is close to Samantha's laugh, let's be honest. Now, the one thing that puts it apart from Samantha's laugh is the fact that it's not the grumbling one. It doesn't have the rasp. You know how, like, when you get fire sale, they go, fire sale. And when they laugh, it still has a rasp. And I get it. People want to chalk it up to be Samantha because, oh, you know, zombies, little girl, ooh, evil. We get to remember, if War Zones is alluding to the fact that it takes place during this version of the multiverse, the Dark Ether storyline, that would mean that Samantha ain't the ruler of the zombies anymore. Hell, I'm pretty sure if I'm not mistaken, throughout the whole campaign of the Aether story for Black Ops 4, she ain't even talking in it. It's some other disembodied voice. And that just goes to show you, like, it's not Samantha. I don't know. A lot of people are saying it's Samantha. I'm just saying it's not. She ain't even the ruler of the zombies anymore. And I'm going to say that the whole eye coloration thing, we would have to pause on until we actually know what's going on. Because you can't just see the same color of eyes. Blue was Richtofen, yellow was someone else, red was, I'm pretty sure, Hell. But we can't really go off of that anymore, right? Because we don't know who's ruling the zombies yet. You can make a guesstimation, but it's not Samantha. Samantha's the person that's helping us. She's back, she's helping us, saying that shit's going down again. But it's not her. So who could be controlling the zombies this time? Well, maybe no one's controlling the zombies. Maybe it's Shadow Man. Maybe Shadow Man's back. Maybe Monty's back. Maybe Monty's pissed off that we just destroyed everything he was working for, and now he's the bad guy. I mean, he was already the bad guy, but now he's just more of a bad guy. He's not helping as much. Maybe it's our guys from before. Maybe who knows? Maybe it's freaking Nikolai for all we know. All we know is that this is the most potent place for their dark ether energy, and then shit went down and they had to stop. But now they're probably going to another place. If I had to guess, it would probably be Kino. Somewhere around Kino. Maybe Shinonuma. Shinonuma? Yeah, Shinonuma, because it had the asteroid of element 115, so that'd be a great place to go. Or, if I had to guess, I feel like one of the most potent places they'd be able to go to would be anywhere where Richtofen worked. Anywhere where Richtofen was, there's probably some very potent energy, just like his personality, very potent. But no, in all seriousness, because of all the experiments with 115 he did, the teleporters and all of that, there's probably a lot of potent energy around there. But that's my theory. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this brings some attention to it. I hope that some people find out, like, look at this and be like, that makes sense. And it's a good thing to just grasp for a bit. You know, until we actually get the actual information. Hell, maybe this is all correct, and I just predicted the whole story that they just came up with. I don't know. I saw, and there was also a leak about Brutus being back. I don't think Brutus is back. Very slim chance that Avogadro's back, but it would make sense because the Victus crew is still alive. They're in the Dark Ether right now, so for all we know, they're still alive. Maybe we get to see them. I want to do another video about how I feel the story should have ended. I don't know. I've been pretty pent up about how it actually should have ended. I feel how it should have ended was everyone sacrificing themselves for the greater good, dealing with a past conflict that they had to deal with, and their selves dying so that way we would get a new person to help us. And slowly, one by one, they'd be killed off, and then Richtofen would be killed trying to get the thing to close the Dark Ether, and everyone would walk away. But that's just my theory, and that's just the thing that I wish actually happened. But other than that, I will see all of you in the next one. Bye bye.